Hello, and welcome to CMCS Solutions LCMS. Today, I will be walking you through what the LCMS, or Lecturer Claim Management System, has to offer. LCMS is an MVC web application built on .NET 8 and C# using Entity Framework. The system defines 4 types of users, each with their own roles that allow them to perform actions accordingly. I will cover the extent of each type of user's functionality as we explore the system. Now, before we get into it, let me detail all the different types of functionality LCMS provides. As a claim management system, LCMS allows for claim submission and tracking. When a claim is created, the status is initially set to pending. The claim then undergoes a multi-step approval process where it must first be accepted before it can be approved. After a claim is approved, an invoice can be created and stored. These invoices automatically generate reports that can then be downloaded. These are just some of the main features LCMS has to offer. So, without further ado, let's get into the demonstration. I am currently logged in as an HR user. This is the landing page. As you can see, we have access to a dashboard. This is where all claims appear once they have been approved. If we click on the invoice archive, we can view all existing invoices. From here, we can view the details of the invoice. And if we go back, we can also delete the invoice. If we go back to the HR view, we can also look at updating lecturer information. Over here, we can manage specific lecturers, and we can also edit their personal information. As you can see, it updates in real time. Going back to the HR dashboard, we have one more tab, which is the flagged issues. However, we will cover more on this later. Now, in order to manage claims, we need to have claims to manage. So we're going to create a lecturer user. I'm going to log out, and then I'm going to register a new account. I will enter a name and a surname. We will make an email. And then we will enter a password. Now we need to select a role. So, since we want to submit claims, we're going to have to register as a lecturer. Once we register, we then can choose to save our password, which we won't do right now. And then we have access to this landing page. Over here, we can see that our account is awaiting validation, and we have to sit tight. So, in order for an account to be validated, we're going to have to log in as our HR user again. So let's go ahead and click login. Let's go ahead and log in as the HR user. Once we log in as the HR user, we see a tab in the navbar called Accounts. If we click on Accounts, we then have access to an account management page. This is where we're able to validate newly registered accounts. As you can see, this is the account that we just created. It displays the role in which the account was registered in. From here, we can validate this account. A pop-up appears to inform of the validation. Now that we have validated the account, we can go ahead and view the other accounts. Alex Brown, who has tried to create an account under the role of HR, seems a bit suspicious. In fact, I think we will reject this request. We get a pop-up asking if we want to reject the account, similar to how we get the pop-up when we want to accept. We will reject this account. Now I'm going to go ahead and validate Josh Green's account as well, as we will need the academic manager for the rest of this process. We will go back And now we can log back in as our lecturer. So we will go ahead and log in as Freddie. Once we have logged in, we come to the lecturer landing page. From here, we can choose to submit claims and track our claims. For now, we're going to go ahead and create a claim. As you can see, the name of the user is automatically populated. We will go ahead and enter our hours worked. We will enter a random number, say 4. Then we will enter an hourly rate, say 6. As you can see, there are minimum and maximum requirements to the amount of hours you can work and your hourly rate. So let's try and enter a more valid number. Let's go ahead and work for 48 hours. And then we can get paid somewhere around the 275 range. As you can see, the total amount is calculated and displayed in real time. If we try and submit the claim now, unfortunately we cannot because we need to attach a file. So let's go ahead and choose a file. And from here, we're going to choose the supporting document file. Now we can submit the claim. The claim has been submitted and the page automatically redirects you to the claim tracking view, where you can then see the details of your claim. As you can see, this is the claim ID, the submission date, and you can view the details of the claim. These are the details of the claim. If we go back, you'll notice the claim status displayed at large for easy visibility and claim tracking. Now we can go back to the main landing page. I think we will submit one more claim for demonstration purposes. So we will just enter some random numbers and we can type in 342 over here. Now we can choose a file, go ahead and choose sample file and submit that. Now that we have 2 claims in the claim tracking view, we can go back home and log out. Alright, so the next step is to log in as our program coordinator. So we're going to go ahead and log in as Sam. Sam is a program coordinator, and as you can see, this is the landing page. From here, we can track current claims. If we track pending claims, it has a list of all claims that we can accept, view details of, or reject. As you can see, the 2 new claims that we have submitted as Freddie show up over here. If we click on the details, they give us general information about the claim. So we can go ahead and accept some of these claims. If we accept a claim, it disappears from pending claims. We will go ahead and reject the last claim that we submitted. If we reject the claim, it also disappears. Now, it would be important to note that all of this can be tracked from the lecturer user. So I will log out of Sam's account. Now I'm going to log in as the lecturer again. So let's go ahead and log in as Freddie. Once we're logged in as Freddie, we can track our claims. So as you can see, the 2 claims that we have just submitted have now changed their claim status to accepted and rejected. Now we're going to log out again, and we're going to log in as an academic manager. So our academic manager is Josh. If we log in as Josh, as you can see, the dashboard, or rather the landing page, is very similar to that of the program coordinator. If we click on track claim, it is only the claims that are marked as flagged and accepted that show up here. This means that only claims that have been accepted by program coordinators can then be approved by an academic manager. I'm going to go ahead and approve all of these claims except the flagged one. Once I've approved, I will log out again and log in as Freddie just to see the status of our claims. Once we're logged in as Freddie, we can hit track claim, and as you can see, our claim status has now changed to approve. We're going to log out once again and log back in as an HR. So I will log in as our HR once again. And the first thing we're going to do is take a look at our dashboard. As you can see, all approved claims have now showed up over here. If something looks suspicious, like let's say this claim over here, we can go ahead and then flag that claim. If we flag the claim, as you can see, the flag count increases and we can view those claims. These are the claims marked as flagged. In order for a claim to be marked as unflagged, it needs to be reviewed by a program coordinator or academic manager and either accepted or approved by them. So we will go back to the claims page. On the claims page, as you can see, we can create an invoice and view details. If we view details, it just takes us back to this page, and then we can go back and create an invoice. So we get a pop-up asking if we are sure that we want to invoice a claim. So let's click OK, and it takes us to the invoice archive. As we've been over before, we can view the details of the invoice and delete it. However, invoices automatically generate reports that we can download. So I'm going to go ahead and click the download invoice button. Once we download an invoice, the report includes details about the invoice and the claim associated with it. It tells you the name of the lecturer, as well as the hours they have worked, the hourly rate, and the total amount. The invoice statement also populates the report with the date that the claim was invoiced, as well as the date that the invoice statement was printed. These are the main functions of the LCMS system. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.